Good morning, this is ET. Very beautiful day here. But for some animals in the world, it's not a beautiful day at all. And this is an appeal to the Chinese people, who I've got a great deal of affection and love for. I spent a year in China in 2009, and I would never have left China if I didn't have family in Australia. I would have tried to live there because I fell in love with the place and with its people, and I totally respect what the CCP is doing. I don't criticise it. It's Chinese. It's doing its best by its people. Nowhere is perfect, and it is China, and many in the world do not understand what China is. I think the best way to show respect for China, and I always have done, and I did do this while I was in China, is to be directly honest while I was there, regardless how it feels at the time, because I believe that's the best way to show intelligence. This is about the animals who are used for whatever reason, for sexual products, rhino horns, elephant tusks, bear, bile, whatever it is. I'm appealing to the Chinese to treat all animals the same as it treats the panda. All these animals have their own soul and their own spirit, their own life's journey. They're all highly intelligent amongst themselves, have their own societies and families they live with. And they're so precious. The wild animals of this planet are the most precious and rare things in the universe. The most beautiful things on this planet are these wild animals, living as they have done and evolved to live in wherever they live. Now, I have a great deal of respect for the Chinese and what it's doing, and its history. It's fabulous. It's a fabulous place. But there's one thing it can do to gain face. It talks about losing face, and that's a very important part of China, and the Chinese philosophy and emotions is losing face. Well, every time we know that some nation, even if it's India as well, it's not just about Chinese, or Africa, or wherever the people are, or involved in the murder of these beautiful animals. I see them all as people, so equal to people. Those people involved in the murder of these animals for financial gain ought to think again why they're doing it. There is no gain, there's no spiritual gain at all. Every time an elephant is killed, or a rhino is killed, or a lion or tiger or whatever is killed, that person loses a part of their soul. You can't eat them. It's not like cattle or sheep or goats, which are animals predators eat, and humans are predators. But we don't eat rhinos and elephants and other exotic animals. They're just slaughtered for financial gain, and there's no programs to breed them up that the same people who slaughter them are involved in, and it's extremely immoral and wrong. So if Chinese people watch this, or the Chinese government watches this, I appeal to you as a human, someone who really respects China a great deal, to please stop this trade. It's the saddest thing in the world, when the greatest country in the world, in my way, I know where China's going, I have no doubt about it, but greatness has a price. It means evolving in the way you treat other beings on this planet, and the other beings are the animals. And once again I say that, or appeal, that the Chinese people and government treat all animals, all wild animals, like they do the panda. And if anyone in China sees this message, I hope you take note of it and learn something from it. It's not out of disrespect, quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. China wants to be a great power in the world. Every time we know anyone's involved in this terrible trade, they lose face, and that includes the people of Africa who are involved in killing their own animals. They lose face. Who cares? I mean, we're supposed to care about all these other humans, and yet until they start caring about animals, well, we can't really respect them as much as we ought to. When the human race learn to respect all the wild animals as it does its own children, then we will have evolved as a species and be fit to live on this planet. Talk about environmentalism. I think this is the most important environmental point of all. Whether you can do something about climate change or not, it's conjecture, political. What we can do about stopping the killing of the wild animals and taking away where they live, that's something we can do, and that gives us wisdom, and that wisdom then helps preserve this planet forever. Thank you. This is E.T. on this beautiful day on September 2016. Treat all wild animals like we treat the pandas and evolve. Come into the 21st century. And that goes for everyone else who's poaching and killing and maiming wild animals, and in Australia who shoot kangaroos. Disgusting, disgusting thing to do. But set an example to the world. If you want to lead the world, you know, with your own philosophers, Chinese, you set an example of leadership by leading and stopping the killing of wild animals. That's leadership, real leadership. That's the quantum leap to real leadership. Then you become a real human. What is a human? Not someone who slaughters wild animals for nothing, for financial gain. Whoopee. We will look elated for a moment. I've made some money. The animal's dead forever. And every time someone walks past their skin or a thing, they feel shame. They feel shame for that animal. Anyway, no disrespect meant at all. Just saying it as it is. Thank you. This is E.T. Bye bye.